Have you ever had to identify a body that wasn't who you expected? The call came at 3 a.m. My brother Eddie had been found dead in a motel room, apparent overdose. Could I come identify the body? I drove 2 hours in the dark, numb and confused. Eddie had been clean for 3 years, had a good job, just got engaged. This made no sense. The coroner led me to the viewing room. Through the glass, I saw a man on the table. Similar height to Eddie, same dark hair. But when they pulled back the sheet, my legs nearly gave out. It wasn't Eddie. That's not my brother, I said, voice shaking. The coroner looked at his clipboard, confused. The ID in his wallet said Edward Morrison, this address. He showed me Eddie's driver's license. That's my brother's ID, but that's not my brother. They made me look again. The man on the table was maybe 35, rough face, old track marks on his arms. Eddie was 28, had a distinctive scar on his chin from a bike accident. This man had no scar. Are you certain? The coroner asked. I'm certain that's not Eddie. The next hours were chaos. Police were called. Eddie's phone was going straight to voicemail. His fiancée Nora hadn't seen him since the previous morning when he left for work. His car was missing. His workplace said he never showed up. Then they found the motel registration. The man had checked in as Edward Morrison, paid cash, using Eddie's ID. Security footage showed him entering alone, already stumbling, clearly high. He'd been dead approximately 18 hours. But where was Eddie? I called everyone. His friends, co-workers, even exes. Nothing. Nora was hysteric, convinced something terrible had happened. The police started treating it as a missing person case. Possible foul play. 3 days later, Eddie called me. Don't hang up, he said immediately. Where the hell are you? There's a dead man with your ID. Everyone thinks you're dead or kidnapped. I know. I'm sorry. I'm in Denver. The story came out in pieces. Eddie had relapsed 2 months ago. Just one pill for back pain that spiraled into full addiction again. He'd been hiding it from everyone, maintaining his normal life while using. He'd met the dead man, Jerome, at a dealer's house. They looked similar enough that Eddie had a terrible idea. I gave him my ID, Eddie confessed. Told him he could use it to get a job, start over. I was planning to disappear, fake my own death so Nora could get my life insurance, move on without an addict boyfriend. You faked your death? I didn't mean for him to actually die. He was supposed to just use the ID. When I heard someone died with my identification, I panicked. I've been hiding, trying to figure out what to do. I convinced Eddie to come home, turn himself in. The dead man was identified as Jerome Watts, a homeless addict with a long record. No family came to claim him. Eddie was charged with identity fraud and filing false insurance claims, though the latter was dropped since he hadn't actually filed anything yet. The real victim was Nora. She'd grieved Eddie for 3 days, only to find out he was alive and had been planning to abandon her while stealing money through insurance fraud. She left him immediately, moved back to her parents' house. Eddie got 18 months in prison, served 8. When he got out, he had nothing. No job, no fiancé, no friends who trusted him. Even I struggled to forgive him for what he put us through. Mom had a mild heart attack from the stress of thinking her son was dead. The worst part was Jerome. A man died alone in a motel room, and for days, no one even knew his real name. He was buried in a county grave marked Jerome Watts after they finally identified him through fingerprints. No funeral, no mourners, just another overdose statistic. Eddie's clean now, 2 years later. Works at a recovery center, tells his story as a cautionary tale. But he can't undo the damage. Nora married someone else. Mom's heart is weak. I still have nightmares about that viewing room, looking at a stranger's face where my brother should have been. Sometimes Eddie talks about Jerome, wonders who he really was beyond the arrest records. Says Jerome died carrying the identity Eddie was trying to throw away, like he took on Eddie's death for him. That viewing room moment, when I realized the dead man wasn't my brother, should have been relief. Instead, it was the beginning of discovering that my brother had become someone I didn't recognize at all. Someone capable of faking his death, traumatizing everyone who loved him, and letting another human die nameless and unmourned. The body wasn't who I expected. Turns out neither was my brother.